Everybody, welcome to my channel, Passion for Football. Today we're going to talk about the players that Arsenal should buy to compete for the fourth spot. That's how badly we have dropped as Arsenal. Okay, we'll have to talk about the weakness of Arsenal. The main weakness that I can think of is, of course, defensively. That is well documented. Our right back position certainly needs improving. So does our left back and our centre back position. Unfortunately, due to our financial constraints, we can't get everything sorted out. But we should try and get as much as we can sorted out. I would leave the right back position untouched. Instead, I would bring in Callum Chambers to play in that position. As for centre back, well, we have to get rid of some dead wood. And we need to bring in fresh players. I like the look of William Saliba, and I think he should partner Socrates in defense. As for the left back position, well, that boy Kieran Tierney looks rather good. Although I do suspect his defensive abilities, but he definitely would be an upgrade on what we have right now. Besides, Monreal will be leaving soon, I believe, and Kolasinac is simply not up to the mark. So there we have taken two positions. Now, let's go to the center of midfield. I think Torreira would be a starter there, without a doubt. Who would I put beside Torreira? Well, I would put another defensive midfielder, and I think Maitland-Niles would be the ideal choice. With two of them in that position, defensively, in midfield, we would be quite strong. Who would I put up there? Unfortunately, I think there's no choice. Granit Xhaka would be the other player. So that will be my three-man midfield. And on the left side of midfield, in the left wing position, I would put Aubameyang. On the right side, I think we need to buy a player. And I think we can't afford to buy Wilfred Zaha. He'll be far too expensive. So maybe Nabil Fekir, if I pronounce his name correctly, would be the right choice in that position. And of course, as our centre forward, Alexandre Lacazette. I think that would be my starting 11. I agree that Callum Chambers in the right back position may not be the most convincing, but I think he can do a job there until things get better. I mean, okay, and who are the players that we should ship out? Who are the players that we should ship out? I think Mustafi has to go. Koscielny has to go. Monreal has to go. And Jenkinson. So 4 of these defenders have to go because they are really not doing much for us. In midfield, Elneny, he has to go as well. Because these 5 players are really, really not good enough for Arsenal. And okay, so what would my first team look like? Well, I think I just mentioned it. Yes, and another player I would like to talk about is Ryan Fraser. I quite like the look of Ryan Fraser actually. I think he could do a good job and he could do a good job on the right wing. And he could also play in the right back position sometimes. In fact, from what I understand, he can play on both wings and he can also be used as an emergency right back. But due to financial constraints, I think I would just go for 3 first team signings. And that would be Tierney, Saliba, and Fekir. So So, but that's just my opinion. Of course, you guys are entitled to your own opinion, and please leave your comments in this section so we can actually know who you think we should buy. But I mean, I think Arsenal fans should be realistic about the fact that we have financial constraints, and we have an owner who doesn't care. Let's face it. We don't have an owner who will put his own money, put maybe 80 million of his own money into the club to improve it. So, limited budget means we can only get limited players. Reduce the wage bills. That is something that we really, really need to do. So, who are the players that I should? And I would also think that we should try and sell Mesut Ozil, because I think he's a spoiled brat, if you ask me personally. He's not playing football very well. He's not even going to play first team football, from what I understand. But he still doesn't want to go. He still wants to remain with us and have a good time and get paid a high salary. So I think we should just sell the guy off. We may not be able to get that much, but let's take what we got and get players who really are dedicated to the cause of Arsenal Football Club. Okay, and so anyway, this is just my opinion, and I'll be seeing you in a few weeks' time. So, till then, have a good time.